Gather around the campfire. It's time for snuggle wrap. The stars are out, the fire crackles softly, and every breeze carries a story stitched with wonder, warmth, and sweet words from our Bible. Tonight's story glows like an ember, gentle enough for little hearts, deep enough for dreaming souls. So, find your favorite blanket, settle in close, and let your thoughts drift to the stars. Our verse: love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, and all your strength. Deuteronomy 6:5. Because every story is a hug, and this one was made just for you. Long ago, in a land of sand and stars, God's people wandered through the wilderness. They were newly free, rescued from the evil Pharaoh of Egypt. But freedom felt unfamiliar. They didn't know how to live free, so God called Moses to climb a mountain. Not just any mountain, a mountain wrapped in cloud and thunder, a place where heaven whispered. Moses climbed higher and higher until the world below grew quiet, and there in the hush, God spoke through a burning bush, bright with fire but didn't burn up. The flames danced but didn't destroy. The leaves stayed green. Moses, he said, take off your sandals. You are standing on holy ground. He gave Moses 10 special ways to live with love, 10 ways to stay close to God, not just rules, but reminders of what matters most. God didn't scold. He wrote with his own finger on stone tablets. Each command was carved with care, like a love letter from heaven. The grown-up version of these laws uses really big words. Words like covet and adultery and idolatry. But God's love isn't just for grown-ups. So here are easy words, just for you, to understand God's laws. 1. Love God most of all. 2. Don't make pretend gods, only the real one matters. 3. Speak God's name with care. It's so precious. 4. Rest one day each week. Let your soul breathe. 5. Honor your parents. They're your first teachers. 6. Be gentle, never hurt others. 7. Keep your promises. Love stays true. 8. Don't take what isn't yours. Share instead. 9. Speak truth even when it's hard. 10. Be thankful, not jealous. These are God's holy laws, not just rules, but ways to live with love, ways to stay close to Him, and even if we don't get them all right, He still loves us, because His grace is bigger than our mistakes. But the people below grew restless. They forgot the mountain, they forgot the promise, and they built a golden calf, and they worshipped it as their God. They broke commandment number 2. Moses came down, heart heavy, and broke the stone tablets. But God didn't give up. He called Moses back and wrote the words again. Because love doesn't quit, even when we do. Moses had spoken again with God on the mountain. He had received the laws, carved in stone, but written for the heart. And still, Moses wanted more. He didn't just want to hear God's voice, he wanted to see Him, to look upon the one who had led them through fire and water, to see the face of love itself. So Moses asked, "Show me your glory," but God said, "No one can see my face and live." So He made a way, a gentle way. God placed Moses in the cleft of a rock, a quiet hiding place. He covered Moses with His hand as His glory passed by, and then He lifted His hand, just for a moment, just enough, and Moses saw the afterglow, the trailing light, the shimmer of holiness. It wasn't God's face, but it was enough to know He was near. Enough to know He was good. Moses came down from the mountain, holding the new tablet, words written by God. But something had changed. His face was shining, bright like morning, not because of the sun, but because he had spoken with God. The people were afraid, so Moses wore a veil, but the light never left him. It was the glow of grace, the afterglow of glory. After the mountain, after the laws, after the glimpse of glory, God gave Moses one more gift, a way to stay close, Not just rules, not just stone, but presence. God told Moses to build a tabernacle, a special tent where he would dwell, right in the middle of the camp. Not far away, not hidden, but near. The people built it with care, gold and linen, wood and worship. Every detail mattered, because this wasn't just a tent. It was a home for holiness, a place where heaven touched earth. The laws God gave were good. They were holy. They were right. But they were also hard. We can try to follow them all, but we'll miss some. We'll forget. We'll fall. And that's okay. That's the point. These laws show us what's right, but they also show us we need help. Love the Lord your God, Moses said, with all your heart, all your soul, and all your strength. Love is the reason behind every law, because only one person ever followed every law perfectly. Only one person never sinned. Only one person could take our place. Jesus. Jesus saw our struggle. He knew we couldn't keep every law. So he stepped down from heaven. He came close, like the tabernacle, and he took our punishment on the cross, not because we earned it, but because he loves us. All we have to do is trust him. Not trust in ourselves, not in how many rules we get right, but in Jesus, who got everyone right and gave his life for us. When we trust Jesus, we become the tabernacle for him. He lives in our hearts, so he can be with us always and forever. All we have to do is simply ask him to come live in our hearts, and he will. All right, campers, that was the story of Moses and the 10 Commandments. Wow, that one's so special. Tonight, as you snuggle under the stars, remember this. God's laws are good, but his love is greater. When we mess up, we can repent. That means turning away from our wrong choices and turning our hearts toward Jesus. He's the only one who got it all right, and he did it so we could be with him forever. Sleep gently, little ones. Let his love wrap around you like a warm blanket. And tomorrow, let's walk in kindness. Let's follow the light. And when we stumble, let's remember the one who never did.